All right, I'd like to welcome you to CST, Chill, Sip, and Talk with LK. On this episode, I got a very special friend with me, my dog CT, right here, Creighton. My dog has a car and truck line, merchandise and clothing line, rap artist. I'm going to just say artist because you can do more than rap. Networking credit specialist. What else I'm missing? That's about it. Real deal hustler, man. You from South Carolina, get your boy. Is it you near Myrtle Beach? What's your city?
Georgetown,
Hoyas, for sure. And let me get this on down here. We're going on this episode, Chill Sip and Talk. We're just gonna talk about hustling in Atlanta, man. Things he don't seen, the moves he don't made, try to get where he at today. Using a full-time job to support his hustle. Capping, coming up out the COVID era, you want to say?
Yeah.
He capitalized on that. I wish I would have did a little more on that myself. But we're going to sit down and just talk, man. Like I said, being in Atlanta, coming from South Carolina, I met CT at Middle Georgia College in Cochran, Georgia. That's my first time I met him. That was in 2006, I believe. I bumped into him on camp down there. And he was just a genuine guy, real cool, laid back. I left, he left, and guess what? We bumped into each other again in Georgia Southern. And then we kept it going. He had the LGG clothing brand going then. He inspired me to start my humble living business. And then he went on to the cars, then the trucking, the rental cars, the credit. Kept rapping. He was always rapping, though. Let me put that out there. He was always CT certified.
Yeah. Till now.
Yeah.
But, people still call me CT certified, so.
For sure. Before we get started, we got to clink it up, man.
Clink it up.
For sure. Let's do it.
Yes, sir.
So give the people a little more information on what you got going on, man. Or do you want to start from the beginning?
I'll let them know what's going on now.
I bet. Go ahead.
Right now, we still got Live Good Gang. LK showing love today. Got his shirt on. Got my shirt on. Probably my top selling shirt, Love Me While I'm Here. Just an affirmation that people from all walks of life can relate to. We have LGG truck lines and rentals. I actually was supposed to team up with a friend of mine and we do the truck lines together, but they kind of backed out at the last minute. And I already had the rental thing going, so I just kept going with the rentals. But we got like truck supplies, like goosenecks, stuff like that. I come across stuff, and everybody think it be me. Like I just got all the money, but it don't. Like I just get in where I fit in.
Correct.
So I might broker a deal. Like you might want for a gooseneck trailer, you might want 10 bands. So I'm gonna try to sell it for 11 or 12.
Right.
And at the same time, I'm gonna tell a person that I'm selling it for, give me 500. So I'm gonna make money on both sides.
You're supposed to.
Yeah. So I'll do that. LGG truck lines and rentals. And we were repairing credit. And I think we're going to repair credit again because I see inflation is about to go up. And the car industry can kind of tell you how can I put this? The car industry can tell you if people got money or not.
Okay.
Like I see a lot of people hurting. People want to put down low down payments. There's people out here trying to sell rental cars.
Right.
And you know you can't do that.
I didn't say you can
people getting in cars and trying to, that's how they trying to get money though.
Right.
And people trying to get out of their car payments and stuff like that. And we do buy cars like that, not the rental cars, but if you got a problem with your car payment and something like that, please come holler at me, talk to LK so LK can come talk to me. But we got that going, the car sales, I'm losing track.
So the car sales, you basically just went in that. And then your clothing, LGG clothing brand, you already talked to what I got on. This is your top selling shirt. And you have no desire to fit in.
No desire to fit in.
Then you got the regular LGG. You got the grind. What is it?
Live, grind, grow.
See, I'm on it.
For sure.
What else? You got another saying, right?
Doing good, just trying to do better.
Yeah, for sure. I like that one, too. I got to get me one of them, too, before I get out of here. That's the only 4 sayings you got? You got the girl. I ain't have my laptop, but I have my sticker on my when you watch LK Pods, the woman sticker that's on my laptop, that's his brand.
Oh, most definitely. Live Good Lady. Call her Livy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you got that shirt as well, and then you
Go
really
to-
go ahead.
I'm about to tell them, go to livegoodgang.com. Livegoodgang.com.
Yeah. He got all this stuff on there: hats, shirts, shorts. You got the shirt and the shorts set to match. He got it going on. I like his website, how he got it set up. Let's rewind time and we'll come back to the present.
Okay.
You sat down and did rapping, CT certified. What question number? I'm gonna ask you multiple questions. Then I'm gonna try to get back to it. Question number one: why you started rapping? Number two: what gave you the confidence of rapping? Like once you put music out. And three: what make you continue rapping to make it? What you've been rapping? 10 years now?
Yeah.
Over 10 years.
Over 10 years.
Yeah.
And it's been hard. When I started rapping, I always was in love with music. You know, your mom go to church, you hear church songs. Mom bought me a drum set. I used to kill it in the living room, just making racket. And just growing around older dudes, like my older cousins, they all listen to rap music. You know, the North was pretty much the Mecca at that point in time. And I had cousins that were trying to rap. And I might be in the house listening to a CD and just putting things together for myself. Just putting little bars and stuff together for myself. And I really was just influenced by my older cousins and the older cats in the neighborhood. And I don't know, it was a guy named Big Tim Darrell, which he runs the House of Blues in Baltimore. They wanted to record, and I was like, record at my house. I got a big old room that ain't got nothing in it but a computer desk. And they gave me a chance to rap, and I don't know what really made me want to rap. I just felt like I could do it.
Right.
Cause
I feel like I can do it.
Yeah, try it. You got to try it, man. And your first one gonna be your worst one. Cause I suck. Like I'm pretty good now, and I feel like I done figured out the mechanics of rapping. But when I first started, I sucked.
Right.
Yeah. So people got to keep like it's a growing thing. Like you got to mature and learn how to flow and learn how to be your own person and all that. Yeah.
That's hard. So I know you ain't put out music in a while. Is there a reason?
People got to understand. I wanted to be independent. Like in music, you really got two ways to do it, and either one of them can be good, and either one of them can be bad. You can choose independent route, which you will have to really, like, people don't understand money. It's the music business. Like people just want to do music and don't want to do business, but it's called the music business. Correct. Like everything is a business. Like whether people understand it, like to get this table in here, it took a business. Right. It took a moving company. Somebody had to cut the wood. That's a business. Somebody had to make the table. Somebody had to, put the finish on it. Yeah. All this stuff, everything around you is a business. Right. And music ain't no different. Like people don't understand, like you can put out a song, but if you keep putting out a song and you not getting no views, you crazy. You got good music, but you need a marketing business to help you market your product. Correct. So that's what people don't understand. Like it take a lot of money to make music move. And either you're gonna be able to, and that's why I learned how to fix my credit, because I understood that I wanted to be my owner. I wanted to own everything I did, but I ain't had nobody to just give me money. So credit better than your best friend. They gonna get in the phone with that right now, man. Yeah, credit better than your best friend. Like you don't gotta ask nobody. I can just go to Capital One, get $1,000. Okay, you pay them back. Okay, Capital One, let me get $2,000. Okay, Capital One, let me get $4,000. Okay, let me try 10 bands. And Capital One really ain't the credit card or the company you really get just for big funds. But yeah, but you keep using credit, you keep giving it back, they're gonna show you more love, and you can get a line of credit.
Let me interrupt you. So I used to work for I was in Cobb. I used to work for CVS, and this was a guy that always came and he had like 2 or 3 credit cards, like prepaid cards and credit card. He would buy prepaid card with his credit card and use that prepaid card. And I don't know what he was doing. He was getting the money out the prepaid card,
manufactured spending,
and putting it back on the credit card. So it looked like he was paying his debt on time. He was using money and putting it back. he said he'll do that for almost like 6 to 9 months, maybe even a year. His credit, he can go from 500 to 2,500 to 5,000 before you know it. He got his credit history. He had like 10 bands in credit card, coming out 500, going up, buying a prepaid, paying it off, keep doing that shit once a week. And before you know, he said within 9 months, he said he had one credit card up to $5K.
Yeah, you got to remember the definition.
It was a year, I think he said 9 months to a year.
Yeah, smart guy. You got to remember the definition of credit is payment history over time. So the better your payment history, the more money I would lend you. If I can give LK $10,000 and he paid back $10,000 10 times, why wouldn't I give him 20? Why wouldn't I give him 30?
Right.
So he making a track record because credit's definition is payment history over time. So he's showing he got a perfect payment history over time. And you ask for more money, they can't help but to give it to you until you fuck up. Can I curse on you?
Yeah, you can do it
until you fuck up.
Right.
Then they be like, nah, bro, your credit shady, your credit shaky.
Delinquencies and all
that. Not paying on time, not paying at all. Nobody gonna lend you no more. Would you?
Nah.
If I ask you for 10 bands and then I get the 10 bands, I give it back to you, I get 10 bands again. LK don't hear from me for 90 days, and I come back for another 500. You're not gonna give it to me.
Correct.
Yeah,
for sure. I ain't gonna give you $5.
Exactly.
Yeah, you talking about that. So he worked that move, and I think certain stores caught on to it, so they started cutting it out. So I'm pretty sure it's still ways to work that move for sure. And
that's called manufacturer spending. When you try to take money off a credit card and you try to get the cash for it, that's called manufacturer spending. Like I've been taught by other credit gurus. Like, you know how you can just say you buy, just say you go to AutoZone and you buy a catalytic converter. Those pretty expensive, $700.
Okay.
So you get that for $700 off your credit card, and you be like, hey man, he said my cat wasn't bad, my catalytic converter wasn't bad. I want to get my money back for this cat. It hasn't been used. He gonna check it out. He gonna tell you use that card that you used to get your refund. But instead of using your credit card, you can use any card.
Right.
I mean, it ain't illegal. They don't want you to do it, but it ain't no law against not doing it.
Okay.
Against doing it.
Okay.
So you can take a credit card, buy something expensive, refund, and get it back on the debit card.
Wow. Yeah.
So then you get the money back on it from your credit card on your debit card. Now you can use that cash, or you can pay it back like your friend was doing.
Right.
And that show credit history. That show that you paying your credit.
Yeah, bro, worked that move. I'm talking about he was on time every week, bro. He wasn't playing no game with a different credit card. Like, this what he do. He said, this is what I do, bro. He said, I don't go to work.
Wow. Yeah, you manufacture spending. You can make a living off it.
Yeah.
An honest living off it.
But you got, to me, don't you got to have some type of credit period to even get one credit card, right? Or you can start, you don't have to, but like your bank, just go to the bank you use the most and ask them for a secure credit card. I mean, a secure loan. A secure loan is going to be your money that's in the bank, but they're going to loan it. They're going to make a loan out of it. If that makes sense, if I said that right. So you might go, kind of like a secure credit card. You send them $500, they put it on the card, you keep paying it. Yeah. They become unsecured after a certain amount of time. Yeah.
You call your credit, you call your bank, be like, what's the minimum amount for a secure loan? They might say 300, 500,000. Say it's 500. So they're going to take 500 of your money, put it as a loan. You take that money out and you hold it. I done it. You take that money out. I don't know what you want to do, but you need to pay it back. Sometimes I might take it out. I used to take it out and I'll hold it for a day or two. I don't got no patience. So I take 500 out, wait 2 or 3 days, and I put it back. Take it out again. Get another loan, secure card loan, and I might take 2 or 3 days and put it all back again. Because I know I'm going to get the credit history. But sometimes it's better. I feel like it's better to wait. Probably like take out 500, pay 100 back every week till you finish. And that will build your credit up because it's payment history over time.
A lot of people don't know that. So what's the catch to? I know we don't skip around here because
we have
rap. And you say you don't rap because you want to be independent and it makes it a business. So will you go back to rapping? Then we'll get back to this.
To finish your question. Oh shit, I don't want to go. I think I got about 8 songs on my computer, my laptop, I think they should get out to the public. I feel like, but I want to do them the right way, in which they're gonna take more money. I really want to market them. I've talked to a couple radio stations. They said $10,000 to change your life. Oh, I shouldn't say that. That's like payola, but I done said it now. But I ain't say which radio station. Right. But they said you gotta have the marketing dollars. You gotta pay to play.
Take money to make money. That's what they say.
That's exactly what it is.
And that's how it is out here. I'm not familiar with the music business, and we both have a clothing line. What I did learn while doing the clothing line, which I'm going to get back going, it seems easy on the outside looking in. It's like I buy a shirt, put something on it, sell it to the people. But it's not that simple, because you go to Alibaba or whatever website you decide to get your T-shirt. Let's go with just simple plain T-shirt, because once you get into shorts, hats, and that's a different thing. So you go say you got an idea, you sitting at home, and I'm not saying this to discourage anyone to start a business, but I'm just going to give you the honesty of that side of the business. You got an idea, boom, you want to name it. We're going to name it Coco. We're going to call it Chords and More or something. I don't know the name of a shirt. We're going to name it Love. That's the name of the shirt. We're going to call it clothing brand Love. You know, putting hearts and love things on it. You got an idea. You sat there and thought about it. Most people, when they get an idea, they sit on it for a few months. They really think if they want to do it. They want to think about the audience that you want to reach, the people. Love, to me, is everybody. Every race, love. Asian, Hispanic, everybody. So you trying to touch a lot of people broad. What's the word? Customers. So you say F it one day. I'm going to start Love. You get online, order you 100 T-shirts. They're going to run you, say, $250, depending on what the website is. You get you 100 shirts. You got a variety of sizes. You get your sizes. Then next step is, are you going to print them yourself, or do you know somebody to print them? Do you want to take money out your pocket to get somebody to print them for you, or do you want to pay the upfront fee of a DTR? Is it DTR?
DTG.
DTG.
The garment.
Or do you want to buy a heat press? Or do you want to
screen print?
It's a bunch of things that go into
vinyl press.
So now your mind going on, damn, I ain't thinking about that. I'm just thinking about making shirts. So now this is screen print, right?
That's vinyl.
Apologize. So you want to make vinyl, make it pop a little bit. It shows you can wash it 10, 20 times or whatever. It's still going to stay. So that's another aspect of this merchandise and clothing line. Do you want your product to last years, or do you want your product to last a year or two so they come back and buy more? You know, some people do the screen print and they don't last that long, or the DTR is the best one, correct? DTG, sorry.
DTG, that depends too.
Right.
It should last longer than anything. Screen print, I'm trying to think what I feel like heat transfers diminish the quickest to me. Yeah.
So that's how I started, because it's the cheaper way. And you can get your product out there, and you can move on to the vinyl, the DTGs, and all that things of that nature. So now you, instead of jumping head first, which I don't surprise nobody go the most expensive way, you want to see if people gonna like your product. So you're gonna go to heat. 9 times out of 10, most people go the heat press way off the rip, because it's cheaper. You can get something out there, see if people like it, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, you start your brand, people are proud of you. Oh, good job, you doing something. You get your product, you make 100 shirts, you keep it a G, you might get 10 people to buy them. And now you're feeling hurt on the low because your pride, you know. You're like, damn, folks talking about start my love business, did that and the other. Then when you go ask for the $20 for the shirt, they be like, what happened? You know what I'm saying? 20, I give you goddamn, just give me your boss. They hit you with, give me one I put on for you. Free marketing. So now you like, okay, I'm $250 in the hole. I bought a heat machine for $200 at $450. I had to buy the stuff to make the shirt with. So you less than a band in it, but at the same time, it's just
you're
like
close to a band.
Yeah, for sure.
Could be close.
And now you like now you walk in your room or closet, you got 100 shirts in there. Now you got to think about ideas, like how I'm gonna get this out. I can get some folks to take some pictures, or you can make the fake picture, put your logo on the shirt, and just put it out there. And now you like, okay, cool. Now it's 4-5 months in, you still got them 100 shirt, maybe say 40 left, maybe if they moving decent, okay for you. Now you like, damn, I don't have these shirt 5-6 months. I ain't sold but 60 shirt. What am I doing with my life? Like, why am I even making this shirt business? You get what I'm saying? Go ahead.
I just really figured this out. I'm embarrassed to say I just really figured this out, but I really just figured this out. In that scenario, and it's for all the t-shirt people. Like, I know everybody want to make a profit, but the worst thing you can do in business is take a loss. So if it take you $7 to make the shirt, you selling them for 20. They don't go for 20, go for 15. They don't go for 15, go for 10. They don't go for 10, you sell that shirt for exactly what you got in that shirt. Because what happens is you still get the product out and you ain't lost no money. You ain't make no money, but you ain't lost no money. So I recoup my $1,000 or my $500 I put in product, and I can do something else with it now. I can do a better shirt, or I can do a different logo or something like that. I ain't know that because I was like, man, I need to make money.
Right.
But really, if I get the shirt out to somebody that gonna wear it and I get my money back, I ain't lost.
Correct.
I got marketing. That's really free marketing.
Right.
I got my money back. I didn't take no loss.
Right. So that's a nugget. Give it to him.
Yeah, that's a nugget, man. I had to give him to it because it didn't hit me. I should have been giving out stuff. I be holding it. It's collecting dust. No, man. If I spend $10 to make a hat and I can't get that hat off in 2 weeks, man, come get this hat for $10, man. 2 for 20.
Yeah. So you can. That's another thing. You really want $10 for it. A lot of businesses do it. Say just like any other brand to do. Say the shirt really $10. They put it out there singly. A singular shirt for $17 or $15, then they hit you with, you can get 2 for 20. That's what they really want for the shirt is the $10. So it's just the way you're marketing your brand too. So like, okay, back to your scenario. Now we got the 40 left. We like, if we're gonna put $7, we paid $7 shirt. Now we finna get off on. Now you got to sit there and think, okay, I got 100 shirts out there somewhere. I know the people I sold it to, but it's 100 shirts somewhere. Now you gotta, and that's not even counting the shirt that you gonna make for yourself. Cause you know when you make your own personal shirt, you got a little extra to it. You might put a little extra brand icon right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So now you got to start wearing your product. And this is what happened. Say you get discouraged, life come at you fast. You stop making shirts. I was saying. Say you get another 25, 30, and you get off them. Another 20 more. So you got 150 shirts out there. Say you stop, life come at you fast, things happen. I know for a fact shit happens in life. You stop making shirts. You run into somebody in the mall or wherever, they'll be like, hey, bro, you still got the shirt brand. Like, yeah, bro, I ain't did it in a minute. Bro, they gon' pipe you up again. Hey, boy, you should, the shirt was hard, bro. But they ain't never bought now. The shirt was hard, bro. You should keep it going. Now you going home with your chip hole like, damn, my shirt
got a battery in your back.
Yeah, my shirt was hard then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now you go buy you 100 more shirts. I done did it, bro.
Yeah. I done did it.
Now you buy 100 more, $1,000, you got 5, 6, 7, 800,000. You don't, if you working a day job, which we were talking about, you're working a full-time job to support your hustle. Now you could have did whatever else with that band. You went and bought some more shirt. And then you go through it again. Then you thinking like, I don't want to sell them for $7. I'm trying to make some money, man. Like, well, that's the point of me getting these shirts.
Yeah.
But it's a grind. It don't happen overnight. All these Tommy Hilfigers and polos and all this other shit. You don't know where them folks started. Them folks started in their basement, selling them out their truck. Might be did it for 2, 3, 4 years and then finally got a pop because, say in today's age, say a Drake put it on or I don't know, 21 Savage Taylor or someone.
Rihanna.
Anybody. So it ain't got to be that high of a celebrity. Say, these
Desi Banks.
Yeah, Desi can wear your shit right now, and folks be like, you can look on the like Desi wear certain shit now from clothing brand that people make, and people be like, bro, that hard. Who make that? And that's all it take. You might go from making 10 shirts a month to 100 shirts in a month or 50 shirts in a month. Because so-and-so just put your gear on. And then it also in this business, you got to take the time to get to meet people and be personable. Yes. That's another part of it.
Grassroots.
You got to be personable, bro. If you got a nasty attitude because a nigga tell you no, it ain't meant for you. No, I know a lot of no's happening in business. Some of your good friends that I ain't gonna say they not your friends. Sometimes they just ain't got the 10 to spend with you or the 20 to spend with you. When they be like, not right now, you can't take that person like that nigga lame. Like, whatever, that's probably my fault. That nigga ain't buy no shirt for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's another side of the business that you. So when you thinking about just jumping into this shirt business or merchandising business, which I learned on my own through trial and tribulation and losses, it's shit harder than you think. In your mind, your shit hard as hell. Somebody else look at your shit like it's a rag, huh? And it ain't no disrespect to it. It just, that ain't what they going for. And you got it. It's a billion people in the world. You find 1% of the people that like your shit, you can become rich. That's
all you need.
That's it.
That's all you need.
But that 1% hard. You got to grind to that 1%. Yeah. Some people get lucky and make a brand and that shit hit in a year.
And that's why the brand has to be out. That's why, like you said, I respect what you said because I feel like, too, you trying to make money, but the shirts are doing you no good in your trunk. Right. Whether you sell them for $50 a pop or you just getting your money back. The more shirts on people's backs, the more people know you. The more people that know you, the less you got to work. Mm-hmm. That's why I had to learn, like, I'm not going to hold on to nothing no more. Because I thought I was like, hustler, I got to flip. No, you got to get it out. Because that shirt you gave to somebody for $7, somebody go ask them about that shirt. And this might sound like some bullshit, but it ain't no bullshit. The more shit I give out or the more stuff that be on people's backs, the more feedback I get.
Right.
They be like, bro, my cousin want to buy a shirt. My sister want to get a hat. Mm-hmm. So you cannot hold on to product, man. That is marketing. You gotta. That's why you got to look at Google and all these people. They spend millions of dollars on marketing. The more eyeballs see your product, that's how you get to them, that 1%.
Right.
You got to have that product out there. I'm not saying don't make your money. Don't try to make your money. But don't be sitting on 40 shirts, collecting dust in your trunk. No, get them out. Just get back your money. Get your money back. You ain't lost. You really won. You ain't won in every way you wanted to, but you won. You got your money back. Mm-hmm. You got your money back, and somebody wearing your shirt. You did not take a loss.
Correct. And one more thing. Don't jump into this shit thinking you finna make a living off this shit. It's not gonna happen. I'm sorry. I'm gonna bust your bubble. Don't think you finna buy a $100 shirt, come up and be in Cancun that week. This ain't gonna happen, huh?
No.
Nah, man. You gotta make sure you keep your job. And then you gotta have the passion to do it outside of your work, which is another hurdle. When you first get your equipment and your material, you're going to be glad to get out of work and go in there and sweat a little bit and press them shirts and whatever. Mm-hmm. Months and months in, that shit going to slow down, bro, because you're going to want to do other things now. Your time's so consuming. Bro, I'm in here working, making 10 shirts a month. Like, what am I doing? I can be doing something else, but you got to stay consistent. Consistency will take you a long way in a lot of things in life.
It's key.
And it can get discouraging, man. Cause I know some people with some clothing brand right now. I don't know if it's fair to speak about, call them out right now, but I know, like, I'm gonna name some I know personally, and then hopefully they can come up out there. You got Double Dose, you got the kid Fatigue Hits. He got No Invert, I think that's the name of it. No Time Served or Time Served, I think that's the name of their clothing brand. You got. What else I know? Boy, if you want to add, if I want anything, I can't think, man. I just hate leaving someone out.
She might can put me in that group, whatever you about to talk about.
Or LGG. I'm just saying these people that got these clothing brand, I know that they got day jobs, and I know it's hard to keep going with this part of the shirt business while you got this going on. You know what I'm saying? You got this full-time job supporting you and your family, your kids, or whatever you got going on. And then you got this other clothing brand that it's hot, but you really like can't put the time and the marketing in it because you got to go 9 to 5, then you come home, things of that nature. It's another clothing brand on the tip of my tongue. I'm looking at it in my face. There's some dope stuff that I seen near my city. And, you know, I just can't think right now. It's hard. You got Rain Royal Creation, that Chris them. Like, these people do shirt business, but they have day job. It ain't gonna happen for you overnight. Bottom line,
you gotta have that dog in you. You gotta.
Yeah, it's hard, man.
Everything hard,
bro.
And that was, I'm glad you said it. Everything hard. You got to pick your hard. It's hard to get up and do a 9 to 5, put on work boots, and say, no, through. It's hard to do all that, man. It's hard to wake up, do a graveyard shift. You got to pick your hard because all this shit hard. The music, the car game, you got to be a dog. If this is what you really want, if you don't, then work your 9 to 5, and that's okay. But if you really want this shit, man, get your credit together so you can fund your business. You got to pick your hard.
So let's go into that. Let's segue into that. You got a couple business, your EIN number, and you capitalize on the PPP type shit, and you get on these business loans. A lot of people talk about your EIN can get you some money. Is that true starting off, or you have to have some type of business credit?
Your EIN can, but you gotta. I see a lot of stuff on Instagram too, but I'm gonna just tell you what I feel like is the right way. Just from my perspective, for me getting lines of credit, I don't have any cash credit, but I have fuel cards. I have a Home Depot card. I got a Floor Decor card. I have I got a Amazon. I got like a $8,000 credit line with Amazon. You got to build your credit the right way. You got to build your business the right way. So when you get the EIN, it has to be separate from you personally. So LK and Humble Living. LK got his own address. LK got his own phone number, his own mailing address, his own credit report. You got to do the same thing for Humble Living. You got to make that entity its own thing. So it must have its own phone number, a legit phone number.
So they can call.
Okay, gotcha. It got to be in 411 listing. It got to have its own legit phone number. It got to have its own email and not humbleliving@gmail. It got to be Humble Living, support@humbleliving.com, contact@humbleliving.com. You got to set all this up because this is what they look for when they give you lines of credit. Are you a real business or can you look like a real business? Because I don't have a brick and mortar, but you Google me, everything going to come up separate from me.
Right.
And that's the key. So what I said, phone number,
contact support dot.
Got to have a website and your own actual email with your website pretty much. Contact at Humble Living, support at Humble Living, etc. What else you got to have?
Address.
Separate mailing address. You got to have a mailbox. You got to have a mail. I pay $80 a month for a mailbox. Just for a
PO
mailbox.
Or just.
No, it's at I use Regis. Regis is a company that allows businesses to get business offices, or you can just rent a mailbox.
Right. Okay.
And so that's what I do. So all my business information go there. These gyms, boy, hit them buttons a couple times. These gyms.
I'll hit you with them perfects.
Perfect.
There you go. You gotta have what else? You gotta have You gotta have that email. You gotta
start over. I'm gonna hit you with the perfect. You gotta have a business name.
You gotta have EIN.
EIN.
Perfect.
You gotta have an actual email.
Locked in.
You gotta have a website.
Perfect.
You gotta have a mailing address separate from your mailing address, your personal one. What else you gotta have? You might as well go ahead and get that Duns and Bradstreet number.
What's that? Put us on. I don't know about that.
Duns and Bradstreet is like the big dog, is like the watchdog of business credit.
Elaborate, because I want to learn. All right, this is new to me.
Okay, Duns and Bradstreet is a number. It's like the BBB for your business, the Better Business Bureau. Gotcha. So when you got a Duns and Bradstreet number, one, people know you legit, or they know you really a business, or you trying to be a business. Like you really in this.
Gotcha.
And it gives you a credit rating.
Okay.
Because you have you got an Experience score, you got a Duns and Bradstreet score. Oh, forgive me, y'all. I'm forgetting. It's another credit score for a business for business credit. But basically, you get a Duns and Bradstreet number that go right along with your EIN number. It's free.
Okay. So I need to do all that for my business.
Oh yeah, if you're trying to get business credit, this is just the
So let me interrupt you. So I got ALK Sport Podcast, which you can check out as well, and I got CST. So do I file two different ones, businesses, or do I just still file it under the ALK Pod? What would you suggest?
Ask your tax specialist.
Okay.
Because I don't know what to tell. Because I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing or what you're making, what you're not making, what you can write off, what you can't write off.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted you.
No problem. Duns and Bradstreet number, EIN, email, website. You got to have these things. Okay, and this how you set
Locked
up.
in.
This how you set up. You going to go for, and once you get all those things lined up, forgive me because I know it's going to be some recession-proof guys that probably watch this and say, you forgot this. Forgive me, y'all, if I forgot anything, which I don't think I did, but forgive me if I did. But once you get all those things set up, you got to get a trade line. The easiest trade lines to get, oh, shoot. I'm looking at it in my head. Granger, Uline. You gonna get an account with Granger. You can get an account with Uline, and you will get an account with oh man, I promise y'all I'm giving y'all real gems of like this ain't no cap. So start with Uline. Let's start with Uline. Okay, you got all that information at Uline. Uline, you want to buy $100 worth of stuff. Some gurus, some people say $70, but I know 100 gonna work because it worked for me. So let's just say you go in Uline, you get an account with Uline through your business. So I don't know, you're gonna buy some trash bags. Shit, you could buy $100 worth of trash bags if you want, but get things you can actually use. Trash bags, air freshener, stuff like that. You might don't like the price, but it pay to have good credit. That's what a lot of people don't understand too. Ain't nothing free. So let's say you get $100 worth of trash bags. You call in Uline, say, hey, this is I'm gonna say this is Crate and Dekine with Live Good Gang LLC. I would like to make a purchase. She gonna ask me all my business info. She gonna ask me about that website. She gonna ask me about that brick and mortar. I mean that mailing address. She gonna ask me about my email. All that gotta be legit. Phone number, all that gotta be different. Because sometimes they'll call you on your business line to see if it worked or if you're using your business line. Because they want to make sure you're a real business. So you get through all that. You buying $100 worth of trash bags, and it comes time to pay.
Okay. So
instead of saying this the secret, this really we're gonna put you in. So instead of just using your money, you're gonna say, can I pay by invoice?
Okay.
So that mean when you say pay by invoice, that mean like a net 30.
Okay.
So then I think that's when they ask you all your information.
Okay.
And then you got 30 days to pay that $100 for those trash bags.
Gotcha.
And you do that with Uline, you do that with Granger, and I'm forgetting it's another company like Uline and Granger.
Okay.
I'm forgetting them. But them the three main ones you need to start with, Uline, Granger, and you just gonna buy $100 worth of stuff and tell them you want to pay by invoice. Okay. When you say pay by invoice, they're gonna ask you all your business information to make sure you're a real business.
Okay.
And that's what gets you started. So you pay those people back, then you can get into tier 1. Mm-hmm. And tier 1 is the fuel cards.
Gotcha.
You can try Shell, you can try Flex, you can try Pilot, and just go for the business. Just go for the business applications online, and use all your business information. And you gonna get, if you done what you supposed to done with Uline, Granger, and the other third one I can't remember, and you got something called Summer Office Supplies, SUMMA Office Supplies. You can do those too. You can do that one too. And it's a bunch of them. Not like a whole lot, but it's about 5, 6, 7, maybe 10 of them that you can use to start your business credit. And you spend that money, then you apply for the gas cards, and you can use the gas card. They take money too. Sometimes it's $2 per card. Sometimes they're gonna charge you $40 a year. But you just want to do it enough or quick enough where you can develop this credit,
right?
Your credit history, your business credit history,
right? And
that's what I did.
Okay.
And then I went to Amazon,
right?
Got 8 bands. Then I went to I forgot what my floor in the core was in my Home Depot. My Home Depot, they're not a lot, but I'm proud of the Amazon because I know I use Amazon.
Right. So technically, you can go out there and buy $7,000, $8,000 worth of stuff, and they send it to you by invoice.
I got 30 days to pay it back.
Right. Okay. Mm-hmm. So I know a lot of people that do it. They say business is key, and you can buy things and pay it back, and buy things and kind of like what you call it, manufacturer cash. They'll use it, spend, and they'll buy. I know people that it's drop ship. The same thing that you're talking about, or is that something different? Drop shipping. I know people got the Amazon. They buy things like Dawn laundry detergent, flip it, sell it on Amazon, make money off of it. Is that the same thing or that's different?
That's different.
Okay, I was just making sure. Cause I was
drop shipping. I buy something for $1, and I sell it to you for $5.
Gotcha.
But I just do it online.
Yeah, Amazon get a little piece, and you still make your little change off of it. All right, so with what you doing, well, we ain't gonna talk about that. We talking about establishing business credit. So you get your card, Granger,
Uline,
and that Summer
Office Supplies. It's another company. I just can't remember.
You start by ordering small $100 worth of things for them, get it, pay it back within the 30 days. Buy something else. How many times you think you have to do that before you start going into, say, like a
So your next step would be a fuel card after that. But I've done that. Well, the first thing, man, get those things. That email, you got to go to GoDaddy. It's a YouTube video on how to get your website email.
Okay.
Like livegoodgang.com, that's my website. Contact at livegoodgang.com is my email. Make sure you get that. Make sure you get that business number. A 411 listing too. Gotta have it on 411. You can pay to do it. You can do it free too. Listyourself.com. You can do it for free, or you can do $20. I kind of expedite the service. Gotta have that too. But make sure you do that first. Then Uline, Granger. We going all over the place. What was your question? I'm sorry.
No, we good. I think all this is good information that people
Too much sipping. Go ahead.
We was talking EIN number and people using that to getting credit or a line of money credit. Then we went into this about the Granger and things of that nature.
Mm-hmm. I forgot what you said. Something else.
You use your EIN number, your businesses to get loans and things of that nature. So when this pandemic came across, you got your hands on some of that cheese too. Mm-hmm. And you were smart about yours. You put it into another business, or you made another business to make money.
Mm-hmm. You want me to elaborate on that?
Yeah, go ahead. That's what I was trying to get to.
That folk gonna think I got some money.
No.
Well, when everybody got that PPP money, if it happened again, because I feel like this COVID thing, I think we're gonna have like a COVID season, like we got a flu season. But
it says now. They telling you to mask back up right now.
Okay. I don't know if Biden gonna put money in the hood like Trump did.
Yeah,
Trump put money in the hood, boy.
Locked Trump up in Fulton County, got him out in 2 hours. That man
less than 2 hours.
Yeah, for sure. It's crazy. But go ahead.
Yeah. Instead of I hate to do this.
You don't have to.
But some people going. No, I'm just saying, like, instead of when you take that money, man, I was seeing people buy Don Julio 1942, 32, whatever it is.
You're right.
And I was just like, man, if this ever happened again, what do I buy so I'll be ready and I can capitalize? Because in 08, I ain't know what a recession was.
Right.
I ain't know what that was. I just heard that Jeezy was talking about it. I was like, okay, it might be something I need to check out. But they said people got rich in 08 from the housing market and all that. I wasn't ready for that. Now I kind of understand financial literacy. So I'm like, okay, this when shit get bad, this when the rich people get richer. Or this when poor people can come up.
Right.
PPP, that's how people came up. EIDL, that's how people came up. But I was like, damn, what do I do with my money so I can come up?
Right.
And I know one thing for sure, gold and silver.
Ooh, my sister talk about that a lot. Shout out Shamika, man.
Gold ain't lost $1. Like back in the 80s. Let me see. How can I put this? Gold never lost value, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like if you got $1 from the 80s, you can't spend that dollar in the 80s how you can spend that dollar now. Like remember we were growing up, you had chips 2 for $1.
Correct. Yeah, I'm a little. Well, we read that together. I remember chip with 35 cents small bag.
What it is now?
$1.29
for one.
Yeah.
Okay, so the dollar loses its value, but gold don't do that. When the dollar go bad, the price of gold go up. Gold ain't never lost value.
Yeah. Any jewelry, what you call it?
Precious metal. Any gold, silver, platinum, palladium, rhodium.
Jeweler. That's the word I was trying to get.
Oh.
But go ahead.
Like, so I started buying silver coins. I started buying silver coins. I bought a little bit of gold. I forgot, man. Shout out to Brian Mason. Matter of fact, if anybody want any gold or silver, contact LK to contact me, but you need to find a guy in Houston, in Missouri City, Texas, named Brian Mason. I thought it was a scam. Shout out to Brian, boy. Because after I tell y'all this story, big shout out to Brian. Because I really thought it was a scam artist, but the man stayed on the phone too long with me to be a scam artist. I forgot how I found Brian, man. But he a real gold. He really a precious metal dealer.
Right.
Out of Missouri City, Texas, close to Houston.
Okay.
And I don't know. I can't remember how I got in contact with this man, but I got in contact with this man, and he was just telling me about gold and silver. He said collecting gold is the hobby of kings. I like shit. He sold me on that when he said that. I like, well, shit. I ain't shit. I need to get some gold there. I think I'm a king. I feel like I'm a king.
Right.
So, and I just remember reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, and Robert Kiyosaki always talk about gold. Like he always talk about gold. Like and when you want to get money, you got to follow somebody that getting money, man. If you want to be a plumber, you need to talk to plumbers, successful plumbers. You want to be a dentist, you need to talk to successful dentists. You want to be a hustler, you need to talk to successful hustlers. Like that shave time off and read about them too. Like 20 pages can put you ahead 20 years. I'm going to say that again. 20 pages can put you ahead 20 years. 10 pages can put you ahead 30 years. Instead of you trying to figure something out for 30 years, you read 10 pages, you ahead of 30 years. You can get money back, but you can't get time back. So I hook up with Brian and I'm buying silver. And I got my EID, I got my PPP money, my EIDL money. And that's how I got into the rental car business, but I'm gonna stick with the gold first. So I started buying big pieces of gold, not big pieces, but ounce coins. I'm buying I bought some 14 karat solid gold chains. And at the time, gold was like $1,300 an ounce. $1,300 an ounce, right before the pandemic really kicked in. Now them chains, man, they worth $1,900 an ounce. So I came up $600, which it don't seem like a lot, man, but you can always get money for gold. Like you always can get money for gold and silver. I'm dead serious. Okay, I'm finna tell you the story. So like I'm buying this stuff, and and ain't no cap in my rap. And then I listen to Derek Grace. Derek Grace just put me on game. Shout out to Derek Grace. He born on August 20th too. Twin them. Derek Grace put. I look at his lives. Derek Grace put us on a website that you can sell your gold. Like you can really get money for your gold in less than a day. So he told us about the website, and I was kind of bad because I had money in cars, but I forgot what was going on. I probably done spent some money somewhere, but I needed some money. And I went to borrow.com, BORRO.com. These folks would give you 50 to 60% of the weight of the gold or silver or precious metals you have. And they buy other assets such as antique watches or watches that accumulate money, purses too. I ain't know handbags accumulate money like that.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah, that they Louis and the Berg. I see that they really hold their value. They really hold money.
I didn't know that. I thought it was just a fashion that girls.
Nah, it's like
women buy them.
Check out borrow.com, BORRO.com. They'll show you everything. I see why, and art too. I see why Jigga got so much art and Rick Ross got all these collectible cars. Like you really, shit go bad tomorrow, you get money today.
Right.
And
that's another one of those things too that we got to keep going back. Take money and have some money, man. Once you get your hand on some dough, you got to do the right thing with it.
You got to.
If you don't, you trying to blow it on what you say, Don Julio 32.
Yeah,
it's really 42.
Oh, okay. You can tell I ain't drunk now.
Yeah.
I was staying focused. Yeah, man. You it's all right to enjoy yourself too, because you got to realize life's short too, so enjoy it. But if you got a plan in mind, man, just, I don't know, stay focused, bro. You're going to have a good time. The more money you get, the more successful you feel. Ain't even got to be the most successful you get. The more successful you feel, like you really feel like you accomplished something, whether you gave your mom $100 or gave her a $40,000 car. You feel like you going to enjoy yourself, man. And I stayed down. We all over the place. But I stayed down. I took that PPP money. I invested it. I invested in gold. I invested it in silver. I invested it in my first rental car. Like my partner, he get cars from the auction, and he blessed me with an opportunity. Like people think my partner give me things, but he don't give me nothing but an opportunity, and the opportunity costs.
That opportunity can get you more than the money, though. Where it gets you to the money, but it means a lot more to me that you'll give me the opportunity than you handing me $100. I'd rather you give me the opportunity to make unlimited money than you just say, here, bro, here go $1,000. You get what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Sure.
No doubt.
I'd rather get mine the right way.
Teach you how to fish instead of giving you the fish.
Correct. There we go. So, go ahead. Sorry.
No, so he gave me an opportunity, man. I bought the economy was going kind of bad too with the cars at one time, but he gave me like a $10,000 car, like for $5,000. And I didn't have the $5,000, but I got my EIDL. I'm gonna tell y'all exactly what I did. I got my EIDL money. I just bought a 2016 Honda Accord, and I seen what I was gonna pay in interest because my credit wasn't that good. I'm just learning about credit. At this point, I'm like, dang man, I'm gonna pay for this car twice.
Yeah,
I'm gonna only have one car.
Correct.
What the hell going on? I can't do that. Right. I need 2 cars if I'm gonna pay y'all that.
Right.
So I took my EIDL money. I bought myself out of my 2016 Honda Accord, which I took kind of more of a loss. But I sold the car after I bought the car from Ali Financial. I took the car and I sold it. Mm-hmm. I could have sold it to CarMax, but I don't know why I decided to bless this guy from South Carolina. And he gave me like $12,000 for the car. So I took the $12,000 and I bought the $5,000 car from my partner, my guru, my mentor. Mm-hmm. And I put it on Turo. Because I was hearing about how people was at the airport and COVID, they were throwing away cars because people getting sick in them. They was getting rid of them.
So, yeah, I ain't know it went that deep.
Yeah, like people was getting off the plane. You know, Atlanta, this is the most busy airport in the world, in the country.
Yeah, Hartsfield Jackson don't be.
So you imagine everybody coming and getting COVID, not COVID in the car.
Yeah.
Nah, they don't want no problems of getting rid of them cars. Or they telling people, hold on, we got to wait till we get some more cars in. So that would help Turo boom.
Gotcha.
Because people just wiping their cars down. People just wiping their cars down and getting people in the game.
For real?
Yeah, like, and then the price, like the price of cars, the price to rent cars went crazy. So I got my first car. I wasn't even on Turo. I was on Hire Car.
Okay.
And a guy rented my car for like a month. I said, dang, man, people really do rent cars for a long time. I'm listening to guys like Pushman Mitch, excellent car rental guru. You can YouTube him, Instagram him, Pushman Mitch. And he's talking about how he have cars out for these long period of time. I'm like, man, ain't no way people renting a car 4-5 weeks. Mm-hmm. Man, people rent cars 11 months. I done had the longest guy I had to rent a car was 11 months.
And he came with the payment every month.
Every week. I do weekly rentals. He came every week. Well, people make money like that, but they hustling and bustling. They busting their ass.
Right.
DoorDash, Uber Eats, Uber.
Right.
But people be in situations where they can't get calls. And I ain't gonna lie, some of these cats scamming. So they need calls. Some of these folks selling drugs. But all I know is I'm renting them a car. I don't know what they doing. I can assume.
Right.
And I see what kind of moves they're making in the car. But all kind of people, man, people really rent cars for years on end. I got a friend, he got a guy from Dubai. He got a Ferrari in Dubai. He rent a Ferrari in Atlanta for 6 months straight. I think my friend, that's $300 a day. And this guy rent this car for 6 months straight. Come on, man. And this ain't no cap, man. I'm not no capper. Like I'm not doing it on that level, but I'm doing it. I'm seeing people rent cars, and then people think when you rent cars, people think one person, but sometimes it's a couple renting a car. Sometimes it's 2 brothers, 2 sisters, a whole family. Right. So that $400 a week, that ain't nothing between 2 people or 3 people. Correct. They all using the car. So that's what I did. I bought some precious metals, and I got into a recession-proof business, which was transportation. And Hire Car died out, and that's when I went to Turo. My friend Ben telling me get on Turo because he said that's what everybody doing that gets from the airport now because COVID COVID had people couldn't get calls. I went to the airport one day, man. I seen a line so long. That's how I knew I had to get more calls. I said, man, people need calls. This is a recession-proof business. This is an essential business. Because that's what everything was during the pandemic. Essential.
I was an essential worker at that time.
I was trying to be an essential worker. That's what I was trying to do. I was trying to get into essential work. And that's what I did with the rental car. That's what I did with the rental cars, man. I went to the airport. I think I was dropping a car off or something, man. I seen a line so long. It was Hertz. I said, man, people really need cars. And I'm gonna be one of the people to give them to them.
That's hard, bro. That's hard.
Yeah.
So let's go on to today because we're gonna try to get through because we can talk all day, me and you sit here talk nights, hours and hours. But so today, what you got going on? You still got the rental car business. What else?
I'm still an essential worker. We still got the cars going. I sell a little bit too. I don't really like selling cars, but the money is a little faster. But I really don't. I kind of like renting them more because I only got to worry about one car.
Right.
But selling cars, you got to kind of get it right. Move to the next one, get it right. I'm dealing with different parts, different ways cars work. Then I got to deal with different mechanics, different body men, and I don't really like that because sometimes I might get a car that need a little bit of work, get it running right, and sell it.
Right.
Yeah, that's really the name of the game.
How many cars you got in your possession now?
Got an RS330, got another RS330, got an ES330.
These are Lexuses, right?
Yeah. And older Lexuses too. You don't really gotta have that. I partnered up with for a 23 430i. That's gone. We had a 2018 Kia Stinger GT. That's gone. People tear your shit up, man. Don't get in the rental car business and be emotionally attached to your car. It's gonna get fucked.
Right.
We had a 2023 QX55. That's you might as well say that shit might be totaled. Yeah, waiting for the insurance to come by.
So let me get you in there. So people that got a little change, they want to possibly get into that type of business. Once you put this car out in the rental car business, say you spent, let's go with around number 30K, which I know the majority of that car you're talking about more. Say 30, you put say 40K into a car, you put it out there for the rental business, and you sign it up, and somebody wreck it. So do you total it out as if it was your own, and the insurance pay it off, or whatever happened, or how does that work? Say it's so and so, say Craig wreck your shit. Say Craig DUI. Wreck your shit, they lock him up, DUI, that's your car. How you go about that?
Okay, whoever rents your car gotta have an insurance policy. Okay. Turo, you don't have to really worry about it. Turo's gonna cover that. For private rentals, what I do, that person has to have insurance coverage. Like I ain't gonna lie, when I first started, I used to let people take chances with my insurance. I'm not doing that no more. Because the more skin you got in the game, the more careful you are.
Right.
So you got to have an insurance policy. Either you can put it on your insurance policy, or we're going to help you get a progressive operator non-owner policy.
Okay.
So if he wrecks or she wrecks the car with a DUI, I try to own my cars, but basically, if you got like a $30,000 or $40,000 car, I'm trying to think of a car. What's a $30,000 or $40,000 car?
In today's market, shit, a Honda 2000, I can't think either. A brand new Hyundai Elantra.
Okay, let's say a Hyundai Sonata.
Okay.
Let's say you got a brand new one of those. I would rent that out. Your payment probably gonna be what? $425?
Depending on your credit, correct?
Let's just say $450.
Yeah, round number. Go ahead.
Let's say $450 a month for the
Hyundai.
For your payment.
Okay.
But if I rent it out at $400 a week,
you coming up for sure.
You got your payment.
Right.
So that's how you get your payments. I do cash calls. I try to get them in so I don't have to worry about a payment. Mm-hmm. But you can get a Rolls Royce. I know a guy got a Rolls Royce. Pushman Mitch got a Rolls Royce. I forgot what he said the payment is for the car a month. But he rent the car for $2,500 a day.
A day?
A day. You can go to Exotic. I'm going to plug in.
Not a week.
Nah, a day. He got like high-end clientele, Jada Kiss, rappers, Nicki Minaj, people like that. But the car payment, I know the car payment got to be about Probably like $4,000 a month. But if he can rent that thing out for 10 days out a month, he won.
Yeah.
$2,500 a day. You can go to pushexotics.com or just look up Pushman Mitch, man. He got it there for you. Ain't nothing fake. Ain't no cap. But I mean, that's a big boy purchase.
Right.
But that's a big boy play too, because $2,500 a day, man. If you can get that guy going for 10 days,
you in there.
Man, you having a great month. As long as nobody fucked the car, but
yeah, go back to that part when somebody fuck your car.
Okay. Well, in my scenario with the cash cars, somebody fucked my car, the insurance gonna pay for it. I'm the owner, so they gonna cash me a check. Mm-hmm. If you paying on a car, the lien holder gonna get paid.
Gotcha.
Yeah, but the key is don't rent nobody a car on your insurance.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Bottom line. And
then you got something called diminished to value claim too. Like that, the insurance company won't tell you about that. Like you can have a brand new car and get in a wreck. Let's say you get in a fender bender with a 2020 Land Rover. Mm-hmm. You can get in a fender bender, get a check to replace the fender, and you can get a diminished to value claim.
Break it down. Come on with it.
Diminished. This right here crazy too. Diminished to value claim. So you can. It's a company in Atlanta that will help you get a diminished to value claim. Basically, you got to break down everything the body man had to do, or you have to break down all the repair work from the body man and the mechanic. You got to get a sheet of that, and really, you gotta turn in like a 10-page paper to the insurance company explaining why the value of your car has been diminished and why you need this money. Okay. And it's a company in Atlanta that will pay. You can pay them like $350, and they will write this 10-page paper for you and help you through this whole process.
So what we talking when we talking diminished value?
Okay, here you go. Now this is a story I heard from a pretty reliable source. A guy named call himself Trapper's Way Out. I'm plugging everybody, boy. I need an affiliate link. Trapper's Way Out. You can Instagram him. He be right here in Atlanta too. InvestFest is this past weekend, so he's at InvestFest. I'm pretty sure everybody's there. But anyway, diminished the value claim. He called Geico. He said, hey, I want to place a diminished. They're not going to tell you about it. He said, I want to place a diminished to value claim on my Land Rover. He leased a Land Rover. They offered him $2,000. And he said, dang, y'all ain't told me about $2,000 when I ain't say nothing about it. He said, I'm going to deny it. So he denied it. They offered him $5,000. Mm-hmm. He denied it again. He's like, dang, y'all giving me $5,000 now? Y'all ain't going to give me nothing. Y'all ain't told me nothing about it. Mm-hmm. So they sent him another offer of $7,500. He said, dang, how good can this get? He denied it again. So after the third time you deny it, you got to pay $200 for somebody called an umpire. Mm-hmm. And the umpire is gonna make a decision on what you should get paid, because he wanted $13,000. Okay. No, he wanted $12,000 for the diminished value claim. Mm-hmm. They offered him $7,500 as the third one. They said he had to pay $200 for the umpire, and the umpire is going to look over all the paperwork and decide what he should get. So after $7,500, so he done paid the $350 for the people to do the paperwork, and he paid $200, which is $550. So after his third denial of the $7,500, the umpire gets in, and the umpire said, y'all gonna have to do the deal at $11,000. Okay. So he got the check for the fender bender to fix the car. And he get a diminished value claim for $11,000.
And keep the car.
He said he sold the car. So he got some gap money back too. So he got $12,000 out of the deal, and he ain't had 300 miles on the car.
A profit, you saying?
Profit. He got a check. Yeah, he got a check for $11,000.
Damn, what?
It's called, and you can do that with any new car. Like, say you get a new car, you get an fender bender. Your insurance gonna pay. Your insurance gonna pay, or whoever insurance gonna pay for that fender bender, and you can go for a diminished to value claim.
Wow. Hey man,
boy, big money. Yeah, get off.
Let me blow your mind.
Count that money on there.
Oh, you like the money counter?
Boy, you need it on that one, boy. When I heard that, it made me want to buy a new car and wreck it. I can't lie.
Boy, you got the hell. You nigga gonna need, boy. I ain't like for sure.
That's crazy.
But Wow, we don't drop some niggas in there part. Well,
Yeah,
you
man.
have. We talked about the clothing line business. I know a lot of people get into it and then they lose it or they lose interest in it. That's a tougher grind. That's a slower grind than what he got going on. Well, we both done it and still doing it. Well, I'm gonna bring my humble living back. It, like I said, it just can be discouraging at times. Then if you got some change in your pocket in your bank account, you want to fool with E-Card. He just gave you some nuggets. Make sure you get let me recite this correctly. You got to have the EIN, numero uno, EIN number. Mm-hmm. Then you need a reliable website. You need a contact.love.com, supportlove.com.
Official business email.
Official business email. Mm-hmm. Official phone number. If they called it, you need to be answering it, saying, this is Love. How may I help you type shit. Mm-hmm. And you need to go to Regis and get you a mailbox if you don't have another space already for your business.
Regis, you got Business Emporium in Marietta, ran by a sister of mine from Recession Proof. You have Copycat. I think it's called iPostal. It's a bunch of different ways, but Regis is pretty solid.
So today, someone listening to this and has an idea. You'll tell them exactly what I just said. Get your business names, turn it into Georgia, get your EIN number, do all the things I told you in this podcast. Get your Granger U-line, and the other one we'll think of. I'll put it up under the post when I post this. Get you some business credit. After you get your business credit, you move to Tier 1, get you a gas line. What's up, Chief? How you doing, man? All right. You want to come join this? I feel you, man. Appreciate it, Chief. Once you get the business credit, you go to Tier 1, get the gas card. I know you stop right there, but it's another tier, correct? And then you'll see more things coming in for you.
Yeah. Just after you get a U-line in Granger and that summer office trade line going, net 30 account going, and you use that. I say use it twice. Right. You can probably use it once, but I used it twice. And start on your Tier 1. Your Tier 1 are pretty much your gas cards. Mm-hmm. You got a Pilot. You got one with Pilot. You got one called I'm looking at the gas. So what's the gas station with the red, white, and blue?
Chevron.
You got Chevron gas card. Right. Shell.
Right.
Yeah, you can go. You just look up business gas card, fuel cards.
Right.
And then you can apply to those once you've done your business with U-Line and Granger and the rest of them.
All right. So once you get that, after that, you said things just start falling into place for you. Working for someone works, and I work for someone. End of the day, I don't want to work for nobody. This is my passion, and I'm going to continue to do it. So I'm going to do everything he told me to do today, and we're going to see what's going on with it. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't tell me no wrong because that's my dog right here, so we're going to get it fixed, get it worked out. Mm-hmm. And then he gave you niggas in the car business if you want to go into the rental car business and make you some bread, sell the car, get you another one if that's something else you want to deal with. Mm-hmm. Correct. So, and then the music business that we started on as well, it's more than making music. He said it's a business, and then that's another part. It's a whole nother animal, I guess you can say.
Yeah, it take a lot of money to be independent. Or you can get signed and not really own anything, but you should know the game. I think after year 2, you should know the game. You should know the radio game. You should know the marketing game, right? The studio game, because everything take money, and everything. Relationships really will help people make money, man. Relationships.
Right. I know some of my artists, their favorite artists, like Big Crit, them guys, they said that after they got out their deals, they only got into a deal to learn the business, and then they bought their way out the deal, and then they did it on their own.
See, that's the way to do it, because at that point, you know all the contacts. You got the right contacts.
Right.
You don't got some guy you seen on Instagram doing marketing. You know a guy that market for Sony, market for Interscope.
Right, because you got in there.
Because you in there. But right. you ain't got no money at that point, too. You got to recoup. You got to somebody paying for your studio time. Somebody probably paying for your wardrobe. Somebody paying for all these radio promos. You traveling,
correct?
Food, all that, airplane, all that. The business, the record company has to recoup that money, and they want a profit on their money.
Right.
So they probably spent $100,000 on you, but they don't just want $100,000. They want $200,000.
Right. What P said, hell, you give me $5 million or $1 million, how much I'm really worth.
Exactly.
Right. I remember that. That's one person I want to sit down and talk to, Person Miller. I know.
Make sure you have me there for that one. I got to be in the background.
Yeah, they say P, I don't want to F up my interview with him, but they say P was shiesty too, though. They say in their business, you got to have a tough, you got to do a couple things that ain't likable, I guess you can say.
Yeah.
I can to get where you're going. So some people you're going to have to, shoo, and some people you can't take care of one with you. We all hear that before. And It just says, but with the No Limit, they say how No Limit blew up back then. They were selling CDs and tapes. How they would go platinum, they'll go to every city and sell them the music. Say they got 100 CDs, they pay for it up front, so it look like 100 sales. Them CDs can sit in the back of their stove years and never sell them. But they went to each store and sold an X amount of copy till they got to platinum or gold back then. Gold was popular back then, but you could have went platinum. The Madonnas and Celine Dion's and Michael Jackson were going platinum in them days, and diamond. But you hit gold in the rap game, you were doing it. So that when Mystical, Silk, C, Serve on, I could talk about them all day. No Limit record. They would go to these stores and sell their CD to the mom and pop store, and being who he was, they'll buy him. Like, it's P. Like, we finna get you 1,000 copies. So they report all that shit. They sold 1,000 copies. Look like they went gold and platinum and shit. That's facts.
Nasty deal.
Yeah, bro.
Nasty deal.
So that's facts.
Yeah, that's cold. That's smart, too.
Yeah, that's very smart. But, with the streaming game and all that, that's all out the door now.
Yeah, the game different.
Right.
I don't understand the streams too much, but...
some people say it's a button people push up in that top offer to get you 1 million stream tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
It's something like that, but
it's all numbers. They say money, once you get to, I watch a lot of pod with people that got money and been in money for years. They say it's just numbers to them. It's numbers. Like, once you get to a certain point of money, or you meet certain people in the room, like you were saying, you need to talk to hustlers that hustle. You talk to people that make milk. The best you want to make milk, you go talk to the best milk company in the world. He said once you get in the room with these people, they make simple phone calls because it's nothing to them. They so used to money, they can send you wire you $100,000. It's numbers to them. They know the button to push literally, and it's mind blowing to me that we struggle down here in the middle class and low class and poverty. That these people, like the Rubens and all that, these folk. Money, nothing. Like, when I tell you literally money is nothing to them, it's nothing. It's literally a number to them. Like, they don't give a fuck. Like we count our check. They don't count our check. They don't care. I don't say they don't care because it provides for their lifestyle. But once you get to a certain level and meet certain other billionaires, it's like money's nothing. Like, it's literally it's
our mindset on money too.
Yeah, you never see a certain level of billionaire get dressed up. They don't, because it's nothing. They put on a T-shirt and regular pair, Yuga Boy jeans.
They don't got no value.
Yeah, they understand like financial literacy things, and they understand once you get to a certain, it's just a number, and it's wild. Like that's a whole nother
podcast.
Yeah, so it just man, that's a whole nother level, bro, and it's crazy for sure.
Yeah, man. Money, that's what I'm trying to get to. I'm trying to get where I can like Bugle Boys.
I can't think of his name. I read a book. It wasn't a book. It was like an insert from a book, a little passage from a book. It's a guy that lives in Utah or something, like one of those real country towns. Like they say he's very wealthy. He's a wealthy man. And they say on his lifestyle, he might spend I think it said like $25,000, $30,000 a year. He just sits on the porch, grill out. He got a little farm. He grows his own vegetables. He got an old GMC truck. Like, he's a millionaire. He spent $30,000, $40,000 a year. Like, he don't care. Like, that's wild to me. Like,
I feel like once you done did it too. Yeah. Well, maybe they haven't done it. Maybe that's just how they grew up.
Right.
But me being in the rental car game, and I done drove some pretty nice cars, not the nicest of all time, but I done drove some brand new cars. It kind of like, I'll be all right with a 2015 after driving a 23 430i
You know,
That ain't
I
the
love
best
my
car ever,
slider.
but-
I drive my slider. Anybody know me? I'm not into paying monthly for a car.
Nah.
Any car, if it's up to me personally, I ride cash cars the rest of my life. I don't care about 2022. Well, one of my dream cars is an Audi, but I can get that anytime. I can go get an Audi right now and pay the payments on it, but to me, it's a waste of money. To me, where I'm at in life, I'd rather drive a 2010 Honda. I know it's gonna be reliable. I know I'm gonna fill it up for $45, and I'm gonna get the same place you get going. I have nobody to impress. You know what I'm saying? To me personally, some people gotta have that new shit to impress people. Not me. I don't see it. I don't.
Then you spending $1,800 on a control arm.
Yeah, stuff like that. So, so it just
$100 on a radiator hose,
Right.
on a piece of rubber. You spending $100. Same thing you make a condom out of. You spending $100.
Yeah. Once you get in these different cars, different oil changes, which is like we can continue, but we're gonna cut this one out because we're getting a little late. But it just, the older I get, I understand money a little more, and it's levels to a lot of shit in this world, and and people need to understand that, especially being from small towns. Georgetown small,
Yeah.
very small town. We get this illusion of television, and you gotta have the nicest thing, the rim, the bass in your trunk, the biggest houses. But in the day, you gotta do what make you happy, and realize the value of money and cash cars and buying foreclosed homes and all these things to get where you want to go. Not just jumping out the window spending 40, 50K on a car and all. But that's a whole nother part. But
No doubt.
yeah, we have to do a part 2.
Yeah, no doubt. I'm ready.
Yeah,
I'm
because
here for
you
it.
gave the people a lot of niggas. I hope they take this podcast, really listen to it, and write down some of the
You
things
better.
that you said. Shout out
real.
to LGG, the clothing line, LGG, the car line.
Thank you.
The artist CT certified. Hopefully we get some more music from you soon.
Thank you.
What I didn't miss a thing though.
Nah, man.
Credit. He learned about the recession proof. So if you want a little information about that too, you know some things on that end. You know a lot of people in that circle that can get you some places. I need to meet them people as well. Just so time consuming, all these children I got, and they all in sports and things. So I try to hold it down for them. And
For sure.
yeah, but I really appreciate you taking time to join me on this episode of Chill, Sip, and Talk.
Always.
With on any podcast I have here, if it comes from LK Sport Podcast, and if you watch any of my other CSTs, which you can find on YouTube at LK Pods, LK space PODS, it'll pop up now. Maybe I'm getting a little popular, man. It'll pop up there. If you want to listen to me on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, it's the LK Pods, all one word. To listen to this, and you subscribe, follow, and it'll ding every time I load one up. But on every podcast that I do here, I leave in positivity. I don't care if we talk about, if you listen to my last podcast before this, we talked about one night stands and sex, and it got a little much. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I gotta check that one out.
I'm talking about swallowing and leaking bud. It got a little, yeah. But it's raw conversation. That's what I like here.
Yeah.
This is my podcast. We say what we want to, do what we want to. And that's what happens. Some people talk in their home. So
For sure.
On any podcast, we end in positivity. So drop the folks in negative positivity, brother.
A nugget of positivity.
Yeah. Something. Just anything. Don't give up. Follow your dream. Make sure you follow your instructions today.
Be aware.
Yeah.
Be aware. Everybody, you gonna lose a lot of people on the road, whatever road you're on, whether you're on the right road or well, let's talk about the right road. We're on a positive note. But on your path of righteousness, you're gonna lose a lot of people. As long as you don't lose the right people, you're gonna be all right.
I like it, man. And since we're talking about hustling and making money and doing certain things like that, don't let the money control you. Once certain people make certain type of money, and then it changes them to maybe it even show who they really are and their character. Once you get to this stage, once you get to a very successful stage in a different tab bracket, help the other people. That's big for me. Once you get to another level, help the people at the bottom, because you were there at one time. You knew how it felt to be there. Don't forget about the small people. I seen a quote the other day, said I treat the janitor the same as I treat the CEO, and I feel that on every level. So don't be that person, I can say. Don't be that asshole. Don't be that person that, come up, get your EIDL, get your EIN, and do everything that we did here. And then, you just...
Yeah, forget.
Yeah, forget where you came from. Forget that you sat here or you rode in your whip, or I'm just appreciative that you even listened to it, and you be like, just don't do it. That's all I got to say. And I always stay positive. I always wake up, be humble, live humble, stay humble. I say that on every single podcast. And you wake up with 4 C's, you get a chance. Well, 3 C's, I'm going to make it 4. I go back to it. I got to revise it. I'll be thinking about these things. So you got chances, choices, and change every day. Every day you wake up, you got those three options every single day. And what you do with your 24, it determines how your life going to come out, And then my 4th C was going to be consistency, which I'm going to add in there as well. So
got to have it.
Got to have it one more time. Appreciate you. I love you, my brother.
Appreciate you, brother.
Man, we got to do a part 2 and get these folks some more nugget, man.
No doubt.
All right, man.
I'm with it.
Love. Thank you. And I'm grateful you listen to this LK pod. This is a CST. See, I got so much going on. But I thank you and I love it. Appreciate y'all.
Yo.